Hello Wanderers, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is a pick a card reading. What do you need to hear right now? My name is Andy. Let's get into it. On the screen you will see an image. I don't do the crystal thing. It's my choice. I like images, I like illustration, so you pick amongst the three. Take a breath. Allow your own discernment and intuition to guide you. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. We're going to start with pile number 1, okay? Pause this if you need to, if you need some time to decide. One is just going to feel more right than the other. Maybe more than one feels right, but one is going to feel overbearing. One is going to feel like the most right, if that makes sense. And we're starting number 1 at 1 minute. Timestamps will be below. If you feel guided to more than one, that's fine. Just make sure that you allow the one that you're guided to primarily to be the first one you watch. Yeah? Alright. Holy Most High Mother and Father, thank you. Gotta get my candle lit. Look at me. So eager to start and get you guys your reading that I didn't even start my candle. Look at that. There we go. You know what? Let's throw an incense on there for you guys. Let's do some cinnamon. Bring some strength, some potency, some spice, some kick. You know what I mean? Holy Spirit, Almighty Divine Mother and Father, benevolent forces of the universe, allow us to tune into the collective of Group 1, the Umbrella. What does the Umbrella need to hear today? Specifically, what do they need to hear right now, whenever they are watching this? Thank you. Thank you. Archangel Michael, thank you for supporting us. Please engulf us in your divine flame of protection, purification, and reception. Allow us to serve the wanderers at this time. Thank you. Thank you. You know, the subconscious is a very powerful thing. And so the image that you're drawn to speaks volumes. And so those of you guys that were drawn to the umbrella, there's some kind of symbolism and motif in that. Protection, for one. Protection from the elements, from the rain, from the water that's pouring. Thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. We got the dogs barking. I feel like there's a lot of pressure here. I'm connecting to a group of... I'm connecting to a person... Whatever. Listen, whoever this is for... I was going to say I was connecting to a group, and then Spirit was like, no, I'm connecting to a person, and Spirit was like, not exactly. And I'm like, alright, whatever you are, a collective... that is not quite in control. Like, you can't control who you live with, right? So, like, you may be living in a parent's house or living at home or living somewhere that you feel you don't have control, right? You kind of, yep, you're stuck. You feel stuck. What you need to hear right now. Yep. Yep, you have no control over it. Listen, I know. It's the kind of energy of, like, the parent being like, well, you live under my roof. Sure do. Wish that was different, though. I get that. I definitely feel like there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of fear, almost like you're on edge, you're worried that you're going to be attacked or that you're not quite fitting the mold. We've all been there. My heart goes out to you. I'm grateful to be at a stage in my life where I make my own choices. I'm not really driven by other people, but I remember what this was like, and it wasn't until just recently that I found myself in situations where I was in other people's energy, or even like staying at friend's house and doing things where I was putting myself in a position where I was beholden to what the expectation was from them. And that was very constricting because I'm a very unique individual. And when you're an individual that has a lot of light, that is something that that needs to be almost... Thank you for that confirmation. They just won't leave you alone. They just won't leave you alone, umbrella group. Group 1. It's like they're always like finding something. It's like, who moved this and who did that? And like, why is this like this? And it's like, ooh, okay, you're giving me a headache. And to be honest, like, I'm always feeling on edge. I can never really relax. Yeah, you know, I do feel like it's beating you down. You don't feel like you have that strength. You're kind of like, I'm hearing very tired, very exhausted. Okay. Somebody here in this group has dealt with a joining of families here. And I do feel like this is going to make it better if it hasn't happened already. So this is like somebody's getting married. There's a marriage here, maybe like a sibling's getting married, or maybe even like a parent's getting married. But it feels like there's something here that is bringing in... there's a soul family here. Okay. Alright. Well, I do feel like there is opportunity for you to find those that you connect to. But, you know, I wish I can tell you that this is something that you can receive an answer for. I'm getting the letter S really clearly, so I don't know who that's for. I don't feel like, you know, there's anything I can say that's, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. Alright? Listen, I'm connecting to a collective here, a very specific collective that I set the intention to serve tonight. And I know that this collective is very, in many ways, you know, young. It's kind of what I'm feeling. You're young. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'll never lie, you know, but I think that there's an expectation. And to be honest, you know, without throwing too much shade, there are readers out there who give these kind of format readings that will lie, or they will kind of play in the safe zone. I won't. I'm going to tell you straight up. This is something you're going to have to live through for a while. And that's what you need to hear. You need to hear that you can keep being in resistance to it, or you can try and find harmony. There's a way, right? But I also think that you may not even be able to do that. You may not even be able to find harmony with that person, but you can find harmony within yourself. I'll show you the cards right now, and we'll pull some more for you. The first card that came out was the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is like, you know, a lack of privacy is kind of what I'm feeling first and foremost. Lack of privacy. Privacy. Somebody here is from England. A lack of privacy. I'm also feeling like you're stuck here. Someone here desires to develop some kind of skill, talent, and ability, and you feel unsupported by your family or unsupported by those that you're with. We have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a major arcana. It's the second card coming out of the deck, and this is where I saw that S. You can see it in the snake. You're not quite close enough to grab that guitar. It almost feels like it's out of reach. So there's something we want to do, perform, say, sing. There's something we want to get off our chest, is what I'm hearing, and we can't. This is just like where you're meant to be, but it's okay, right? For those of you that don't know, the Hanged Man represents a ritual, right, where you put yourself, or you're put in a situation where you can't run from yourself and you have to face things. You can't seek distractions. You're hanging from that tree. Ain't nothing you can do. You're stuck at home with your parents, or, you know, overbearing. To be honest, my heart goes out to you, because I do feel like there's a lot of dysfunction in the family unit around you, and what you need to hear is that it's going to be okay. You're going to get to a point where it all adds up to something that serves you. It's going to temper you and edify you and make you a wonderful person. However, wherever it is that you have false dreams and ideations of running and leaving, I don't feel like that's going to benefit you, or it's going to really serve you. I feel like you have a couple more years at least of living through this, wherever it is. Some people are going to college, some people have left. It's almost like, you know, some of you don't even live in the same house, but you're still kind of feeling like you can't quite get away. So I just tuned into someone who lives in a dorm room, and it's like, oh my god. Okay. So it's almost like the same kind of pattern is picked up from your roommate. So like all of a sudden your roommate reminds you of your fucking mom, and like your mom was crazy, like, you know, and then your roommate's the same way, and Spirit is saying like there's something about you karmically being brought in, whether it's the same person or it's a new person, into the same situation again and again, and then expecting a different answer. But it's going to be the same answer. It's just how do you live with it? How do you respond to it? That's kind of the difference here. We have the Three of Swords. So I definitely feel like this is something that weighs on you. It eats you up. It takes your peace. It also prevents you from authenticity. The Three of Swords is about where the worry, the fear, this is essentially fight or flight. The survivor instincts and fight or flight. This is where the mind, the fear, gets in the way of your flow and feel. And the Strength card in the reverse, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And to be honest, I think that things are going to feel a little bit heavy until around August. Well, I mean, on and off until August. I don't think you're going to feel this terrible all the way through. But I do feel like what you need to hear is that it's okay. It's okay that you're feeling a little bit weak, that you don't know how to deal with things, that you're a little avoidant is what they're telling me of situations here. It's understandable. Now, the Ten of Cups is the real beautiful energy here, because this is like where you begin to develop a soul family, because it feels like you finally have the emotional intelligence and awareness to be able to point out something is wrong. You ever been friends with someone or even just around someone, and you were like, you heard the way that their family talked to them, or you saw something from their friend, the way their friend talked to them, or their boyfriend or girlfriend, and you were like, hey girl, hey boy, just to let you know, like, that was pretty fucked up. Like, I don't know if you're used to that, but they shouldn't talk to you that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really the nicest thing to do. Like, that's not the greatest thing, right? And they're like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I love this person. This person's a great person. This person is my... What are you talking about? It's like, I remember when I was younger, my sister tried to point something out to me, and I didn't have the awareness to see it. And I was still almost programmed to be loyal to a default to a certain individual here, where I wasn't even willing to see it, right? And the last card we have for you, Group 1, is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This is when I say, like, right now is a time where things, listen, I know it's not something you want to hear, but everything that you're wanting is not as around the corner as you think. Okay, it's not like it's going to be a completely sucky time the whole time. I just feel like this is a period of learning. You may even be in a 10-month cycle, okay, but there's a period of learning here, or year cycle, they're telling me 12-month. That is something where you have a lot of difficulty to move through, and it's something that you can avoid. Karma's karma. You can try to run from it, but it's going to only prolong it. So take it like a champ. Is kind of what I'm hearing. Be present, give yourself grace, don't be hard on yourself, and find ways to find peace. God bless you, Group 1. Moving on to Group 2. Hello, Group 2. How you doing? How you doing, popsicles? Let's see what we got for you. Group 2. Struggling with inspiration, I see. What do you need to hear? What do you need to hear right now? Listen. You're being pressured, okay? I don't know where it's coming from. It can be coming from different places, coming from many different places, Spirit is saying. You're being pressured, okay? Period. And you shouldn't move, okay? You shouldn't move where you're being pressured. Somebody here doesn't want to lose a relationship. That's a tough one, right? But someone here is being pressured by your parents. You're being pressured. someone here doesn't want to fight. They don't want to get into another fight. Someone here has decided something. It's almost like you said you would do something, and now actually being brought to the table and told, hey, now it's time for you to do this thing. It's like, wait, but actually I don't know yet. Like, it's almost like you want to do something. Like, I knew this girl in school who, she always wanted to perform, and she would talk about it all the time. And every time she got the opportunity, she would lock up and she'd be like, oh, I don't know yet. I don't know. And that was rough. It was rough to be around, or it was rough to kind of be a friend to, because it was like frustrating. Like, you knew this person had talent, they would perform for you, and you were just like, what is this thing, this big old block that's stopping you? She needed her time, and now she's gone on to do amazing things. So I think, like, for you, be patient with yourself. I think what you need to hear is that it's okay, and learning to listen to that inner voice is very important. That's why you were guided to me today. I'll be clear about this. Like, I do feel like there's a lot of fear energy around you. I do feel like there is a lot of individuals that are helping you with good intentions, or trying to help you, and they are having seemingly good intentions, and they are quite good intentions. Okay, the first card that came out here was the Ace of Wands in the reverse. It's okay that you don't have the spark right now. It's okay. It's okay that you're not feeling the most confident right now. It's okay, that's what you need to hear. It's okay to be in a place where you don't quite know. It's okay. And in the recent past, we have the Three of Wands. This is a kind of like a will I, won't I energy. Will I jump? Will I not jump? What's right for me? The energies that are trying to have you rush are energies of fear, with that little devil there. The angel is telling you, wait, think, you're pondering, let yourself ponder, take your time, don't rush, don't let anybody force you into this decision. Somebody here is being forced into a major, or into some kind of college situation or decision. Someone here is being forced to say something or to speak something. Somebody here got in trouble at school. I feel like this whole reading is connecting to a real young group of people, because the same thing with the first group. But somebody here got in trouble, or with school, or with your friends, or with a group of people, at work even, and it feels like you said your apology, you said something, you agreed to something, and for some reason you can't bring yourself to do it, whatever the thing is. Alright? And I think the biggest thing that is underlying all of this is this fear of conflict. It's like this fear of having to face something, and even having to, like, compete, is what I'm hearing. You're not feeling like you're ready for the big wild world yet. You're alright. Let's pull another card for you. I feel like this is still something that wants to come through. Excuse me. What do we have for group number 2? What do we have for group number 2? Look at Rafi over here. I said his name. Hi, buddy. I feel like someone here is selfish, and I don't think it's you. I mean, maybe it's you. Listen, I don't know your life better than you do, but from what I'm feeling, it's not you. From what I'm feeling, there's someone here who's been heartbroken, or someone here who is not operating from a place of the heart. They're operating all from the head. They can't understand. And group number 2, you're a very emotional person. Makes sense that you'd pick the popsicle, because something needs to thaw. Something needs to thaw out. Something that you're numb to. It's like you don't know why. For some of you, this is a relationship. You're tired of fighting with this person. This person wants more from you than you're willing to give yet. And you're numb to something, and the reason why you can't quite bring yourself to do it is because there's something here that's upsetting you. And when you thaw out, when you actually let that liquid go from cold, solid ice to warm or whatever room temperature and flowing, you'll realize, like, hey, I'm kind of pissed at you, or hey, there's something that doesn't feel right. Like, there's something about this that needs to be revealed through you or to you that will help you understand and have clarity on this. Because the World card in the reverse, we also pulled that in the last reading. Nope, we pulled the group 1, we pulled the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. There's something about social media and all of this, okay? If you have a specific situation and this resonates with you, help it make sense in the comments if you don't mind sharing, okay? Because all of this is like, it's like Spirit telling you they're pressuring you. You know, you're saying to wait, or you're feeling like this sense of you're not ready yet, something you can't bring yourself to get it or do it or find the motivation to get it done. Spirit is telling you, and what you need to hear is that it's okay. Do not allow yourself to be peer pressured or pressured into anything, even if it's your own mama or daddy. Give yourself your time. Come back to this reading if you have to remind yourself, yeah, I'm okay. I can give myself a moment. We're rolling into spring, so whatever this ice energy is will thaw out, and you will be just fine. God bless you, Group 2. Moving on to Group 3. Hello, Group 3. The stars. Ask yourself what made you pick that. Other than knowing that the reading was going to resonate with you, what made you pick that? All right? You're sticking out like a sore thumb. That's what I got first and foremost. It's not necessarily a bad thing, although it feels that way. I do feel like there's some dysfunction around you where there should be some support. Okay, there's some wonky where there should be some kumbaya, so to speak. These are people that should be giving you your foundation, and it feels like they're slipping. Okay, they're slipping a little bit. The primary card, and the card that is crowning your reading, Group 3, is the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This is like toxic patterns, toxic family patterns. I definitely feel like you are very emotionally intelligent, and I'm even hearing for your age. You're extremely advanced emotionally for your age, and because of that, you have the eyes to see things that really upsets people. And when you speak, it sounds like you really understand things beyond what even they do. Yeah, like you're shining very brightly right now. But what do you need to hear? This reading is about what you need to hear. So what do you need to hear? I feel like something's trying to get your attention here. I feel like you're being judged. There's something about like you getting in trouble for speaking the truth. It's almost like something very disorienting, because it's like I'm pointing something out. I'm pointing something out that we all need to see. And let me be honest with you, Group 3. I do feel like you will work and polish your delivery, because I feel like there's a lot that's being lost in translation. I don't feel like you're really being received the way you want to. However, you are shining. And what you need to hear is that, like, sometimes you need to kind of, I know this is going to sound counterproductive or counterintuitive, but you need to bite your tongue, okay? A wise person once told me, when you throw a pebble into a dark cave, right? Or when you throw a flashlight into a dark cave, okay? Don't be surprised when those bats get disturbed and come and try and swarm you and attack you, right? You're trying to shine light where people are not ready to see it, and therefore they're going to demonize you. They're going to make you wrong for it. And I know that you feel like it's just black or white. It should be, everybody should just want the right. But you'll learn through wisdom that people choose to live in the dark for the reasons that they choose it, and it's different for everyone, right? I definitely feel like there is something about a disagreement here. There's someone here. This is for one person. There's someone here who is You're developing a relationship with you're a female developing another relationship with another female, or someone who is strange, someone who is not approved of by your family. You may even be from Swedish descent or blonde, or there's an energy of a blonde. I'll show you why in the card. Okay, or country energy. But there's this energy of like you living in a place where people are not willing to see their hypocritical nature, and it's spirit is saying like you don't need to win these people over. You trying to win these people over is you kind of walking yourself into the slaughter. And I'm sorry to tell you, but it's what you need to hear. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you will be eventually moving from this place, and I definitely feel like the person that you're dealing with has more. You're not alone in this. So even aside if you're not that one individual who's in the relationship, I mean, there's other people who are in relationships here, but that was a very specific situation. The rest of you, I'm back to you. The rest of you, I do feel like there is change here, and you may be dealing with a friend, a person. It's almost like you're not alone. You have this other person to share it with, but you keep trying to awaken everybody else to it. I think it hurts when someone that you care about or that you see very clearly is not seen well and even abused, and you want to be their hero. All you can do is be their person. That's it. You're not here to be their hero. That's what you need to hear. Okay? We have the 10 of Cups here as the crowning energy, and it's in the reverse. Okay, this is also the energy of you bonding with someone who understands your trauma, who understands how to relate to you. And it's almost like through the awareness with them, you want to bring everybody else. It's like you want to update everybody else. It's like their processing speed is so slow. They don't get it. I'm hearing they're experiencing bad luck in their life, and you feel like if they would just listen, then they could get there. Hello, right? But they're not meant to, and you need to hear that. They're not meant to. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. That's you. I really feel like that's you. The Queen of Cups has the most ornate cup in the deck. I also feel like this is an ancestor. There's an energy of ancestors here. A grandmother and a mother. Somebody here lost a mother. Okay. Feminine, female ancestors on the maternal side. Okay, but this is also you. The central energy here is the Sun card. This is how clearly you are seen. This is how beautiful you are, and the connection that you have with this person. And there's an innate desire. It's just a reflection of who you are, that you want to share it with others. That you want to share it with others. Everybody who's on the other side of that brick wall in the center. But you can't. And the Judgment in the reverse is like this energy of like you getting, somebody here got caught. Somebody here got caught. And you're trying to use it as an opportunity to educate. You're not an educator right now. Right now you're here to receive sustenance for yourself. Stop trying to save everybody else when you're drowning. Okay, right now you've been going through a lot. I feel like you are not really aware because you're so, how do I say this, rambunctious, and you're so bright, and you're so amazing, really amazing, Group 3, that you don't recognize or see, feel, or understand that you're hurting, that you're really hurting, that you've been judged. Somebody here's family is being judged or been judged, and you don't like it. You don't like how somebody else, either this is you or this is a group of people, that you don't appreciate it. It's like perhaps there's a family of a certain descent that is near you and they're experiencing racism. Perhaps it's a group of friends at school. I'm hearing for somebody, it's a group of friends at school that is experiencing some hate, right? Whatever kind of school, or work, right? Make it work for you. Use your discernment. But the Scorpio energy, the Death card, and the Six of Swords is showing up to let us know that this will be over soon. Like, there'll be an end. There will be a dramatic end, and you'll actually be able to, you'll have the power. Somebody here is saving someone. So you're not here. Okay. The message for group number 3 and what you need to hear is that you're not meant to change the people that hurt the person. Because you really care about somebody deeply and you want to help them. It's a sign of you being a healer, and you'll get more into that in the later years, in the years to come. But right now, what you need to hear is that you have the unique ability and the gift to be able to help this person move from even a place of somebody's cutting themselves, somebody is potentially even suicidal, Okay, you have the ability to help guide them from that place with your gifts and with the way that your brain works. Okay, it's almost like you're running away, because they're saying it goes this way. It's almost like you're leading them away from the death energy. You're leading them away from disaster. And it's not about you feeling like you need to face these people, because these people will never give you anything. They will never concede to you. They don't care. They don't care about your logic. They don't care about your emotional intelligence. They don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. God bless you, Group 3. Keep up. I appreciate the spirit that I felt in this reading. It's the spirit that I'm familiar with from my youth. It's this energy of like, right is right. Let's do the right thing, right? And people don't understand that. For some reason, I want to pull a Art of War card for you. Let's see what we got. Learn your lessons. While heeding the profit of my counsel, avail yourself also of any helpful circumstances over and beyond the ordinary rules. I know that's complicated. Let me read it for you. Education begins on the first day of your lives and ends on the last. We learn something new every day. Some of it is planned, some of it unplanned, some of it useful, and some of it irrelevant. We learn in different ways by seeing, by showing and doing. Realizing how you learn is a skill that you can improve by trying the different methods. Try something different. Don't feel like, because you have a lot of energy. And I feel like I feel like you have no problem going to war. You have no problem, putting your dukes up and scrapping. You have no problem going up against the biggest, baddest. You have no problem going against Goliath. Okay? But that's not what you need to do. Right now you need to focus on the person that needs care. Right? Right now you need to do a triage. Look at what's going on and be like, all right, you know what? This person needs my attention. Right? If your heart is led to serve, beware of where the ego wants to go punish, right? And go make people see it. It's like, yeah, the dog pissed on the floor in the corner, right? It doesn't help you to try and get the dog and put his face in it and say, hey, look at what you did. Can you stop doing that, right? I know some of y'all did that. It's okay, don't do it anymore, okay? But it doesn't help, right? It doesn't help to grab the person and put their face in it and say, look at what you did, because they're not going to be receptive to that, and it's only going to drain you, and it's only going to prevent you or prolong your inevitable service to the person who's hurt in the first place. All right? God bless. Have a good one, guys. Bye.